Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Besancon, and this is your pet tip of the month. As winter is slowly approaching us, it is the autumn season, and it's still warm right now in the beginning of September, but should start getting some cold fronts to come through. And so we need to think about a few things for your pets as it starts to cool down in this time or this season of the year. And so with that, back to school. A lot of kids are going back to school at this time, and so there's a lot of school supplies out there, and we need to make sure that a lot of the glues and the scissors and different things like that, pencils, colors, all of that stays out of the reach of your pets, because these guys can get a hold of these, and if they're toxic, or they can cause obstruction and cause a lot of problems with your pets. So we need to make sure that they stay out of harm's way for them. Don't leave them on the ground, on counters where they can get to them, and just keep these things away from them so that they don't have problems, and then you have to come see a veterinarian to have them fixed. So another thing we want to worry about as the cooler season comes, a lot of the rats and rodents and things like that try to come into the house to stay warm. So a lot of people start putting out different killers and rat baits and roach baits, and so we need to think about that. Make sure you keep them out of the reach of your pets, especially the rat bait. That can cause a lot of bleeding problems for your pets, and if not caught soon enough, can cause a lot of problems, and if bad enough, can ultimately take them from us, and so we don't want that to happen. So make sure that you keep your rat baits and different roach baits out of the reach of your pets. If you're seeing them in your house, definitely use something that's safe, or keep it out of their reach. Another thing you need to think about, snakes are starting to think about hibernating again, and so these guys, we need to make sure that they can get kind of grumpy. If you have outdoor pets out in the wild, need to keep an eye on those. If there is a rattlesnake vaccine out there available, but just watch for snake bites and keep them safe from those as well. As with autumn and the coolness coming on, our vehicles, we need to make sure that they are up to shape and things like that. So changing radiator fluid, oil, things like that usually occurs at this time of year, and so we need to make sure that radiator fluid is kept out of the reach of your cats and dogs. And the big reason is because it can cause kidney failure in these guys, and then ultimately could take them as well if not treated aggressively and soon, and if not caught soon enough. So radiator fluid tends to, if you're draining your radiator and you're refilling it, a lot of times it'll get in the driveways and the cracks and different things, and cats and dogs come along and they can need something to drink, and this is a prime spot for them to drink it. So we need to make sure that that's cleaned up, and any spills or anything like that, so they can't get a hold of it. So when starting to think about the winter season in this autumn time, we need to make sure that we think about our pets as well and keep them safe, away from the different school supplies, different rat and roach baits, and then away from any potential snakes that could be grumpy at this time of season, and then our vehicles. Make sure we keep them away from all the toxic chemicals and things that we use in our vehicles so that they run properly, just so that we can have a safe autumn as we approach winter this season, to keep everybody safe.